Joining me right now, House Oversight Committee member, Tennessee Congressman Mark Green. Congressman, good to see you.
Hey, Trish, great to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
I just think Americans deserve more than this. I think it was a total shit show, excuse my French, there in Congress.
Okay.
And, you know, it's not right. It's not right for our country. It's not right for our future. And it's not right, you know, when they write the history books.
Absolutely not. I mean, you think about what Nancy Pelosi is actually doing. She declared that there was a national emergency, and now she's essentially writing a power into the Constitution that she doesn't have. Total disrespect for the Constitution of the United States. Even the Supreme Court came out and said, you know what, we'll hear this issue of Article 2, whether or not the president can, you know, withhold witnesses. They'll actually rule on it, but she's not waiting. She doesn't care what the Supreme Court says. And now she wants to tell the Speaker of the Senate, the Majority Leader of the Senate, how to run his Senate. I mean, she's a tyrannical person, out of control. It's insane.
You can't have obstruction of Congress when, you know, let's not forget, you have separation of powers. Hello?
Right.
Nancy Pelosi, hello? He doesn't have to turn over a darn thing unless effectively the Supreme Court were to rule that he had to. And if he stood in the way of that,
That's right.
Well, then you got something. But you know what? This sham, they have nothing. They have nothing. And even to prove somehow abuse of power when Ukraine, let's not forget, got the money, more money than they've ever gotten from any other administration. And
they got lethal aid.
Yeah. You know, so the president himself told Sondland, there is no quid pro quo. I'm not asking for anything in return. So they have a very thin case. So thin that I guess they don't even want to take it to the Senate.
I would say so. I mean, you look at what Chuck Schumer's saying now. Essentially, he's saying we need to do more investigating. If you listen real clearly, what he's saying is, hey, Nancy, you failed. You failed to make the case, and so now we've got to do more investigations. That's essentially what Schumer's saying right now. And that clip that you had from Maxine Waters earlier, I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
$35 million, 2 years of an investigation, no Russian collusion, and she just wants to make stuff up. I mean, they've lost their minds. Well,
she's never made the most sense. I'll at least put that out there. It's quite tragic, actually, and I think she used to, you know, well, anyway, she has not been the brightest bulb at times there in your congressional halls, but I think that one kind of takes the cake because effectively what it means is that facts don't matter. And Congressman, before you know, just throw out 63 million Americans' votes, facts should matter.
Facts should absolutely matter. I mean, they're out there saying that this president is some kind of, you know, he's Putin's man. If he was Putin's man, why have the sanctions actually increased? If he's Putin's man, why has lethal aid forced Putin to actually negotiate for a ceasefire with Zelensky? I mean, we're out of the INF treaty now. He's Putin's man? That's ridiculous.
No,
it's
totally
just
ridiculous.
crazy.
If anything, I'd argue the opposite. I would argue Maxine Waters is Putin's gal. So is Nancy Pelosi. Adam Schiff, frankly, is Putin's man. And they may not even know it. They've probably never had a conversation with him or any of his top people. So I'm not, don't think I'm saying that. But, Congressman, they're doing his bidding. Because everything that they've done has made us question our institutions.
Yeah, they've divided our nation in a way that, I mean, they're trying to take the country places that, at least I can tell you here in Tennessee, we don't want it to go. When I was listening to the impeachment, you know, the Democrats get up and speak, and then the Republicans get up and speak. It was as if we both saw a car drive by, and we said it was yellow, and they said it was green. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, except it was yellow. Absolutely right.
Anyway, you know, Congressman Green, thank you. Good to see you tonight. Merry Christmas.
Thanks.